What's up, YouTube? Ryan back today with the Week 7 minor league recap. Another great week in the books. A lot of really solid performers. Double A has just been absolutely killing it lately, so we have a lot of players to talk about at Double A. Again, Single A has been the slower division so far this year. Just not a lot of guys to talk about. I got 3 this week, better than last week. We only had 2, but definitely some disappointing players that I think a lot of us were looking forward to. Like, I was expecting Single A to be like super impressive this season, and it just hasn't been. So with that said, we're going to jump to the video pretty quick here. Again, we have a lot of people to go through, especially at Double A. And before we jump into the video, you guys, as always, if you guys like this video, please get a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. These dates are going to be from May 14th to May 20th. So if I forgot anybody as I go through this list, drop their name and stat line down below for those dates. But yeah, let's jump into our first player at Single A. Our first player at Single A is going to be Xavier Isaac. Again, this guy, this was his first game in 2 weeks, and the power is crazy with this kid. He's a big kid, 6'3", 240. Again, this is the second time he's been on the recap now. He's been pretty consistent, but he has already dealt with a couple little injuries here and there. Over 2 games, he only played 2 games, so that's why he's not our MVP this week. 375 batting average, 500 on base percentage, 1250 OPS. He had a home run, 3 hits in those 2 games, walked twice. So again, only played 2 games, but a really solid 2 games. Next up, we have Gabriel Gonzalez. I actually did have a video of his home run, but it was like the worst film thing I've ever seen in my life, and I'd rather not put you through that pain. Over 5 games this week, 421 batting average, 476 on base percentage, 1213 OPS. He had a home run, 3 doubles, 8 hits in 5 games. He had 5 RBIs, walked once on top of that, and got beaned. Gabriel Gonzalez is like top 2 last year for me at rookie ball. Like, he was one of the 2 guys I consistently followed down there. So it's nice to see him doing well here again at Single A. And yeah, he's having an awesome year. He's hitting like 325. And our MVP at Single A is Lamar Johnson. And this swing makes me really happy because he definitely simplified his swing a little bit. He was a little more herky-jerky when he got drafted. I remember saying that I didn't like his swing. That one wasn't bad at all. Like, his swing's definitely smoother now. I 100% can get behind that swing path because a lot of people were super hyped on him. Like, best bat to ball skills out of the draft, everyone said. But I saw his swing. I was just like, I don't like that. It was like dropping his hands and going through. It was just a lot. And I just knew it wouldn't work. And he definitely struggled last year in his little debut. So I think that's why he simplified his swing. And it's definitely paying off because this week, over 6 games, 412 batting average, 583 on base percentage, 1230 OPS. He had a home run, a double, 7 hits in those 6 games, walked 6 times on top of that, had 4 RBIs, got beaned once, stole a base. Lamar Johnson's going to find himself at high A really soon here, and yeah, he's looking really good. Next up, Junior Caminero. Has he not been on a recap this year? Dude is an absolute demon with the bat. Like, Oppo Taco with ease there. Again, he's only a $157. Like, he has so much more room to grow. He's only 19 years old, about to turn 20 here shortly. But over 6 games this week, 261 batting average, 346 on base percentage, 998 OPS. He had 2 home runs, a triple, a double, 6 hits in 6 games. He walked 3 times, had 2 RBIs. Again, his on-base percentage could definitely be better. Like, 100%. But that's something I've talked about in a lot of my videos. A lot of these foreign players, they have to learn to be patient. They're just brought up to be super aggressive swingers, and Junior Caminero obviously is one of those guys too, but his bat-to-ball skills have been awesome so far, and yeah, dude's a stud. Next up, a little lefty crime action from James Wood. Just demolishes this baseball. James Wood over 5 games, 350 batting average, 458 on base percentage, 1058 OPS. He had a home run, 2 doubles, 7 hits in 5 games, 5 RBIs, walked 4 times, 1 being intentional. James Wood, I mean, there's not much else to say about the kid. He's a genetic freak. He's 6'6", 240, and he can swing it. Next up, Adele Amador hit 3 home runs in 1 game this week, everyone. This is a player, like I said, he demanded to be on our recaps last year, and he's doing it again. Amador this week over 5 games, 261 batting average, 320 on base percentage. So not the greatest hitting week, but he had a lot of pop. 1146 OPS. He had 4 home runs, a double. So 5 of his 6 hits in 5 games were extra base hits. He walked twice. He only struck out twice as well. So like Adele Amador, he's starting to show some super high upside. If he starts hitting for more power this year too, like we're talking like a top 15, top 10 prospect potentially. Finally, Gavin Cross makes his 2023 recap debut. I've been waiting for this. One of my favorite bats out of the draft, and he went nuclear this week. Over 6 games this week, 400 batting average, 500 on base percentage, 1080 slugging, 1580 OPS. He had 4 home runs, 5 doubles, 10 hits in 6 games. He had 10 RBIs, walked 5 times, stole a base. Like, can you imagine hitting 4 home runs and 5 doubles and still not being the top guy in your division? For the minor league recap, let's jump into our MVP. I can almost guarantee at this point Jackson Holliday is going to be our number 1 prospect. I'm not going to lie, I don't think that's a home run in any other field. Like, that fence that dips down there, it's the only reason that was a home run there, but hey, we take it. Jackson Holliday is him. Like, Himothy. Like, whatever you want to call him, an absolute beast with the stick. Like, he's exceeding every bit of expectations right now for a first-round draft pick. And that's hard to do. Over 5 games this week, 632 batting average, 682 on base percentage, 1421 slugging, 2103 OPS, 2 home runs, 3 triples, 3 doubles, 12 hits in 5 games. On top of that, he had 13 RBIs, walked 3 times, and stole a base. He only struck out 1 time, too. Like, who is this kid? Yes, I know Matt Holliday was an absolute freak, but dude, wow. What an insane week for Jackson Holliday. Jumping into Double-A, again, we're going to try to fly through Double-A. We have a lot of people to talk about. Evan Carter, he's like a top 10 prospect now on the pipeline. A lot of people are jumping on the hype train for Evan Carter. I'm not there yet still, but over 5 games this week, 429 batting, or 455 on base percentage, 978 OPS. No home runs, but he did have a triple, 9 hits in 5 games, walked once on top of that, and stole 3 bases. Evan Carter can swing it, like 100%. I'm still not convinced that he can hit a lefty, but hey, he's looking pretty dang good. Marco Luciano, a name we haven't heard in a little bit now. Just crazy power. Like, just a no-doubter, Oppo Taco. Like, terrible film, but apparently his ball is 115 miles an hour off the bat. Luciano this week over 5 games, 235 batting average, so he's definitely been struggling with the bat at these higher levels in the minor leagues, but 350 on base percentage, 1056 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 4 hits in 5 games, walked 3 times on top of that. He's still young. He's still only 21, but he's definitely has kind of hit his glass ceiling right now. He has to figure out how to square up the ball more consistently because the tools are there. Like, anytime this dude hits the ball hard, it's leaving the park, I swear. Next up, Jefferson Cuero just jumped into the top 100 on the MLB pipeline at number 100. And for good reason. Cuero this week over 5 games, 300 batting average, 333 on base percentage, 1083 OPS. He had 3 home runs, 6 hits in 5 games, walked once. He's a catcher, so any type of offense that we're seeing at 20 years old at Double-A, yeah, it's very impressive. He's having a very solid year. He's hitting 286 at Double-A. Like, sign me up for that. On base percentage isn't great, but again, he's only 20. Henry Davis, man. He is just doing gigantic things this season. He is making a real case to make the MLB rosters soon. Over 6 games this week, Davis hit 316 with a 480 on base percentage, 1112 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 6 hits in 6 games. He walked 6 times. Dude, like, he has been on almost every recap. He is having an insane season. He has 12 home runs already. Henry Davis is him. This one makes me happy. Everson Pereira showing off his Oppo power. Everson Pereira is a prospect I've been on the hype train for a long time. Everson Pereira, I feel like he's totally just like fallen off like any type of hype he has. I bought a card of his. You'll see it in my next mail day I post. And that was even before this week. I already opened the card before this happened. So very excited to see him perform well this week. And he's having a solid year too. Over 6 games this week, 391 batting average, 423 on base percentage, 1162 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 2 doubles, 9 hits in 6 games. He had 5 RBIs, walked twice on top of that. This kid's going to be an impact player for the Yankees. He just is. Like, they can't keep rolling out Aaron Hicks in the outfield when he's hitting 180. Like, this dude deserves a shot soon. Again, he's only a Double-A, so I think they bring him up to Triple-A first. But he's having a good season, man. 6 home runs, hitting 282. On base percentage could use a little more help, but like an 860 OPS, like, he's going to be a good player. Next up, Nueve Marte, man. He's getting comfortable at Double-A, isn't he? Starting to look really good. Marte this week over 6 games, 375 batting average, 444 on base percentage, 1278 OPS. He had 3 home runs, 2 doubles, 9 hits in 6 games. He walked 3 times, had 5 RBIs, stole 2 bases. If you collect baseball cards, you might want to consider buying something at Nueve Marte because he's starting to figure it out again. He's only 21 years old. I don't know if we'll see him this season, but we're definitely going to see him next year debut at 22 years old. And again, he's having a great year. 292 right now so far at AA with a 364 on base percentage, almost a 900 OPS and 8 home runs. Another prospect that's just been going crazy lately, Austin Wells, man. Lefty crime. This ball was hit 110 miles an hour. Wells over 4 games this week, 389 batting average, 450 on base percentage, 1339 OPS. He had 3 home runs, 7 hits in 4 games, 6 RBIs, walked twice, stole a base. I swear the Yankees just don't miss on drafting. Like their first round draft picks like always seem to do well. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, Austin Wells looks fantastic. The next guy we're talking about, Luis Matos, man. He's back. We can confirm that he is back. Just absolutely destroying baseballs. Matos over 5 games, 478 batting average, 520 on base percentage, 1390 OPS. He had a home run, 2 triples, 2 doubles, 11 hits in 5 games, 4 RBIs, walked twice. I am so glad I didn't sell any of my Luis Matos stuff because, man, he's back. And our MVP at AA, Colt Keith, man, this dude continues to rake. So many opposite field home runs this week. I love it. Keith over 5 games this week, 476 batting average, 560 on base percentage, 1048 slugging, 1608 OPS. He had 3 home runs, a triple, a double, 10 hits in 5 games. He had 9 RBIs, walked 3 times, got beamed once. Like, Colt Keith looks phenomenal this year. I think we see him this year in the MLB for sure. Do I know when? No, but that Tigers team could definitely use some help. And as we move into AAA, Ronnie Mauricio leading us off here. He's made the recap a few times now. He's looking really good. He's barely 22 years old. Over 6 games, 407 batting average, 429 on base percentage, 1021 OPS. He had 5 doubles this week. That's impressive. He had 11 hits in 6 games. He walked once, had 5 RBIs, stole a base. Ronnie Mauricio, man. I've been a hater of Ronnie Mauricio for the past 2 seasons because he just can't get on base. He's starting to look like he might be able to figure it out now. So I'm not on the hype train yet. I do have some Ronnie Mauricio cards that I bought back in 2019, but man, he's looking pretty good. Next up, Jordan Westberg, man. The Orioles need to bring this dude up. Like, he's been red hot this season. Just give him a shot. Westberg over 6 games, 333 batting average, 407 on base percentage, 1116 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 3 doubles, 8 hits in 6 games. He walked 3 times, had 5 RBIs. Like, give this man a shot, Baltimore. Like, I'm sorry. How are you going to keep rolling out Gunnar Henderson, who's hitting 192, when you got this dude, like, with 1,000 OPS down in AAA that plays the same position? Next up, Zach Geloff. We're going to ignore that there was, like, 27 runs scored, and it's only the 7th inning in this game. But Zach Geloff crushed that ball. Geloff this week over 6 games, 381 batting average, 482 on base percentage, 1148 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 8 hits in 6 games. He walked 5 times, had 4 RBIs, stole 2 bases. Again, another player. I don't know why the A's just don't give a shot. Like, the A's are terrible. They have, 9 wins this year? Like, there's no reason why Geloff and the player we're talking about next should not get a shot at the MLB, like, tomorrow. And our MVP at AAA, Tyler Soderstrom. Absolutely love his swing. Like, his swing is so beautiful now. Like, it is so short and still powerful. Oh, I love it. Soderstrom this week over 6 games, 444 batting average, 467 on base percentage, 1282 OPS. He had 2 home runs, 4 doubles, 12 hits in 6 games. He walked twice. He's only 21. Like, and he's having a solid season at AAA. He has crazy big weeks. Like, just bring him up, A's. Like, there's no reason why you shouldn't at this point. Like, just do it. Come on. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for the Week 7 minor league recap. As always, if I forgot anybody, which I'm sure I did, May 14th through May 20th, drop their name and stat line down below in the comments so both myself and anyone watching this video can see those stat lines for those players as well. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for this week's video. Thank you all for watching. Have a great rest of your day and have a fantastic week. See ya.